yeah, well, I would hope that the owners wouldn't be pooping in the cemetery. Look at this.
It looks like a planter.
Yep. Look at it. You think they take them out every year? The dirt? Or the plants?
Full of dirt?
Full of dead people.
Full of dirt too.
Yep. No, they actually dug all the way down to the center of the earth and just laid concrete all the way down.
Bedrock?
Yep.
Bedrock.
How old do you think some of these are? Like that one back there looks kind of new, like the tombstone. Yeah, you can usually tell when they're brand new. Like if they were some of them, they've been replacing the headstones. Yeah, like that one right there. I don't think that's been there since the 60s.
Yeah, maybe. Doesn't look like a new headstone.
To me, it looks newer. Yeah, like this one is definitely like not original.
Oh no, that's definitely newer than there.
Because 1942. They're like almost 30 years apart.
Yeah, that's definitely a newer one.
There was a media group in Longmont that was interested in that, in why they're replacing new headstones. They saw one of my videos and was asking me about some of the new headstones. Look how old these trees are. They've seen a lot of death here.
Yes, they have.
I saw a little article, I don't know if it's true or not. It was like, they didn't show anything, but it was like a 20-second video of the Loveland Cemetery, and they were claiming that it's haunted. You know if this place was affected by the flood in 2013?
Can't imagine it was. Fort Collins and everything hit by that flood.
It's hard to know what gets hit sometimes on the map, where it's the line looks like it goes somewhere and it really doesn't go that direction. I like how they on this one they have different areas, like that one is B, section B. And up front they were telling you to look for those different sections of where the people are buried.
Yeah, this looks like a fairly new area here.
Hey, look at that tree house over there on the other side of the street. Has a lovely view of the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think that one's a newer headstone too.
Yeah, all those are newer ones. I mean, that's 1918. That's not a 100-year-old headstone. Now the one next to it, that one might be an original one.
Mhm. That's close to being a relative over there.
Where?
One says Meyer. They're a letter off. Look at that fancy headstone over there.
Where?
Over there.
Oh, yeah, look at that. There's
Look how big these trees are.
Those are some big pine trees.
Look at they got one of those rock planters over there too.
Where?
Kind of by that bridge toward
Oh,
the...
yeah. Uh-huh.
I just don't want to walk in that snow. Like this tombstone looks like it's been a newer one. I'm just wondering who's replacing them.
I would imagine the families have to do that.
There's my mom said that she remembered one year on the ballot,
Like, look at this.
Yeah,
This
this-
just had a new pad poured on it.
and it's definitely a brand new one.
Yeah. I mean, the dirt's still fresh there.
Look how shiny it looks still.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 2021. My mom was saying that she remembers on the ballot one year where they were talking about doing some some kind of money or something, or tax. I'm not sure if it was tax or what, but to pay to redo headstones.
Oh, I've never heard about that.
And she just doesn't know if it passed or not. This is kind of like a little weird spot for a little road right here, right over the people's graves.
I don't think it's a road.
Or this is the entrance to one. Look at this. Here's one of those things that's hard to see out on the camera, but this coffin collapsed. See what I'm talking about?
What?
The coffin collapsed.
What?
Coffin,
What about it?
it collapsed.
Where?
right there.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But it's always hard to tell on the camera because
Yeah.
without the depth
So
perception.
it's a depression there in the ground, yeah. Looks like some old ones over there.
I think there's a statue over there. And look at how some of these are, they almost go like a half a circle. See how they're kind of facing like some center point somewhere toward that.
Oh yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, they're all kind of in a circle there, yeah.
Oh, this is definitely used for maintenance right here. This little path. It has that like look to it, like where like there's been vehicle tracks on it. Yeah, this one definitely looks old. Look at this one.
There's an old original one. 1882. That's an original one.
I wonder what they did here. Do you think they just dug it up, or do you think what do you think they're doing with this one?
No, unless there's another one that's going in right there.
Unless it's John R, because that one's, they were born in 1935, a U.S. Navy veteran.
I'd say this is an old original one here.
Yep. You know, in school, they took us up in the mountains one time, and they said that one way to tell which direction you're going is moss usually grows on the north side of like a tree or something.
Yep.
So like all the moss is growing on the north side of this.
1888.
This one's an old one too. Look at both theirs collapsed.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna see a deer today.
I doubt it.
You look at this is new right here. Both of those look new.
Mason.
And see, it looks like they all go in like a circle. See, all the way around the center here.
Yep.
They all go in a circle.
I'm guessing probably over there where those towers are is probably the center.
This is a pretty big cemetery too. I wonder if this guy's shop is open. The baker?
Oh, I don't know.
Look at this. This one got broken somehow. I wonder how high this, or how tall this one was. That's kind of a cool tombstone.
There's a bench.
Yeah. And who do you think this statue is of?
I have no idea. There's a big bell next to it too. Erected by the Fort Collins Volunteer Fire Department in memory of deceased firemen.
And it's him kind of in his uniform stuff. I like this lattice design on these two tombstones. Oh, this must be the firefighters section.
I see, yeah. Yeah, for the fire authority, yeah.
You can tell these are the ones that have been there for a while just because the roots are moving the headstones.
Yeah. Big old tree there.
Yeah, it's huge. A lot of them are huge in this. So how old do you think this tree is right here?
Oh, I'd say probably about 75 years old. That's my guess. So this must be, if that was a fireman, I wonder if this is like...
He's holding like a musket or something.
Is he?
And like this one, like right here, that shape like that is usually like military shaped headstone.
Yep, U.S. Marine Corps. Yep, World War II, World War II. This must be the military area. Lieutenant Colonel of the infantry. World War I here.
Yeah, here's some of those big trees. This one needs some help.
In memory of the known and the unknown dead. Got like stars and stripes here up on this top row.
Yeah, this one's kind of weird. It almost looks like a prison picture. See, like that right there, that looks like a prison picture with the numbers off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
In 1905. You know, on some of these big ones like this, I've seen on a cemetery, I think I don't think I filmed it, but there was a time capsule somewhere around like the base of it or in part of the headstone for like, but I wonder how long it would take to make something like that, because like that one was probably hand done.
Oh yeah. Yes, definitely. That was definitely carved by hand.
Today, now they have robots that could do it.
Yep.
One of those like 3D printer things or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, because I saw this back here. I wanted to go check out this Union Pacific one.
Train conductor Reed F. Jackson. All aboard. It almost looks like a big boy down there.
Yeah, it does. But the wheels aren't the same. But that's what I was thinking too. That it reminded me of the big boy.
It's close to a big boy. It's
Yeah.
one of the smaller trains.
Yeah, this. Do you think Union Pacific might have paid for this, or this headstone?
I don't.
Sometimes you get special privileges or something like that if you've been with the company for your whole career. Sometimes you get like little incentives or something like that. And what's that 2D and 3 whatever, like second
lieutenant of the, was it something Kentucky?
it's, I know, Civil War.
Cavalry. So he's in cavalry. Second lieutenant.
Hey, you know, that looks like that firefighter is kind of in the center of this ring right here.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Oh, look at this. I don't know how well I could see this on the GoPro, but look at that huge tree. The top broke off.
Oh, yeah.
I can't zoom in on this, but I hope you could see it on the GoPro with the big screen. That's an old one.
That's probably an original one there.
Now
1873.
I think that's what I like about old cemeteries, is seeing the old headstones. And because sometimes it's like the headstones are like kind of like, I don't know what you call it, like personal, like the family picks them out, and usually they go like a family together, like the husband and wife. And look at this one. This one's a newer one, but it's like, I always wondered how they did the color on these. See how like the letters are white and stuff?
Looks like it's painted. I would say it's like painted, or it's probably painted or stained.
Because that's supposed to be, it looks like the hands of Jesus behind her, but
Yeah.
but it also looks kind of creepy too. It looks like she's like a witch or something.
Yeah.
Just how everything kind of drooping and look like weeds and roots and stuff. I don't think that's what their intention was on that one.
No, I don't think so. Hey, this is probably an original one here.
Yeah, there's a lot of deer poop all over the place. That's like the third file I found.
So this one's been repaired.
We got some runners over there. You know what I saw one time? I went in New Year's of 2020, before COVID. I went downtown 16th Street Mall, Denver, for New Year's, and the train let us off a little early of where I wanted to go, but they were having, it was closed for the activities. And I saw a group of girls. They were running. It was cold that day. It was really cold, and they were having a burlesque competition in Denver. And so they had in their burlesque uniforms doing the competition. And so since it was cold that day, I bet those girls were cold.
Oh yeah, definitely. They were dressed in burlesque. Yeah.
Like right there, they look like they could be cold. Like.
Yeah. Could be.
But maybe if they're running, maybe they'll, I don't know,
Keep the body heat going.
Yeah. And look at this. That one, it's like the Ellie's. See that one back there? It looks new, and that one really, it looks 3D. I had to take my sunglasses off. See which one I'm talking about?
No.
It really, to me, it really stands out.
Ellis one?
Yeah, Ellis. And I wonder what that phrase means.
What?
You'll never walk alone. Here's another one that collapsed. You know what's weird is you could see it really good with naked eye, but when you get the GoPro, those are really hard to see. That
The depth perception.
Yeah. Without that depth perception, it looks really weird. And I always wonder what makes it do that. Like too much water, too much pressure, water and pressure.
Poor built casket, not sealed good. Poor material.
Maybe an imperfection in the tools, or not the tools, the coffin.
Yeah.
Now this is the one where I always wonder, because like, is this that freshly one dug for Mary, or did this person, this Mary Lou on this side, just die?
No, I'd say it doesn't have a headstone yet.
Mm-hmm.
I would think the headstone is at the head of the.
Yeah.
So there's no headstone there yet. That's just a freshly dug grave that somebody said.
And that's why I have a hard time trying to determine where the coffin is, because it's like.
Well, you figure they call them headstones because
Yeah.
that's at the head of the.
Yeah, but that was my question too, because like right here, this is the head of that one, so that's why I'm.
No, that's the foot of that one. This would be the head of this one. That's at the foot of that one.
Yeah. Look at they're working on one over there. See it? Where the foundation's there, that someone was attached to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Needs a new headstone.
You think that guy was in the trucks?
Okay.
This guy right here, Raymond.
Probably.
Yeah, look at, he has one of those old Ford pickup trucks.
Yep.
He wasn't that old either.
No, he wasn't. Forty-one years old.
Yeah, look, here's another pile right here that looks like it's new.
Yeah, I'm sure the deer definitely roam out here at nighttime.
Yeah, this is probably a safe place for them where there's not a lot of people. And you think that's an original one? It looks pretty old.
Yeah, that's definitely an original one. 1888.
And there's another mason.
Yep.
You know, there's a joke that's an older joke that I don't quite get sometimes. After I think about it for a little while, they say that, why do they put fences around cemeteries?
I don't know why.
You're because you're dying to get in. But I didn't have to die to get in.
Yeah.
Nope. What do you see?
Well, I was just looking, you know, being this close to the tree. I mean, that tree was probably planted after this person was buried.
And here's two more of those planters. I think they're kind of cool looking. She's in the middle of this diamond right here.
Huh?
It's right in the middle of the diamond right here. I don't see any dirt in this one.
No. I wonder if it's more like a water collector cauldron.
Like after I saw this one, it kind of reminded me of a bird bath.
Yeah.
I bought a little bird feeder, a little tiny cheap one, and it takes those cakes, those what do you call them, the bird seed cakes. So I put them in to see how long it's going to take for them to look at this. I like this. They have a drinking fountain right in the middle of the. Yeah, I don't know why this area right here with like the shadows and stuff and the dark headstones look kind of eerie. I think and I was trying to avoid the mud, so that's why I was trying to determine which way to go, just to not get in the mud. Is it off?
Yeah. I can't imagine to be on in the wintertime.
I wouldn't think so either, but you never know sometimes. Yeah, after that mausoleum that I went to at Fairmount Cemetery, I don't think I would want to be in a mausoleum if I was going to get buried. I think I'd want a headstone out like this.
You definitely got to have money to be buried in a mausoleum.
Yep.
Pendergrass, that must have been a big family. This is Pendergrass, that is over there. They're a big family there.
I don't know if that's the same one that I saw earlier, that Meyer.
Oh, probably.
I've seen a couple different ones in here, but I just, when going back the other way, it's like, where was I when I saw that?
I don't think we were over yet. Were we?
I don't remember. I know we were further down that way by those statues.
Yeah. That must be a different Meyer. Yeah, they're one of your long-lost relatives.
No, they're different last spelling.
Yeah, well, probably could have been a relative, and then somebody changed the spelling many years ago.
The only one that could be a relative that I think it is, but my dad's the kind of person that wouldn't talk about it. But like Oscar Mayer, that's the correct spelling. And the correct pronunciation. So they're probably a relative, but and even if it was, my dad wouldn't tell me if it was or not. Because I know that they recently sold to Kraft. So I'm like, if I inherited millions, no one would tell me. I mean,
it's not finished on the sides and the back, just the front.
You know, I think it was was cool was that one that we saw. Where was that town that we went to that we stayed the night up in the mountains?
St. Elmo.
No, that we at night like that.
Oh, in Salida.
Yeah, and there was that cemetery that was outside of there that they had those old bathtub things that they turned into a.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Uh-huh. That's interesting.
That must have been the original one or something.
That's what I thought.
They did that with the Bingham Hill Cemetery, where like if they had to replace it, they would try to make it look like the original one, and just keep the original one there, but like the broken one, but then put the new one up. Which I like that, so you can see that, still see the original, and just replace them as they broke. There's some more deer poop. There's must be a lot of deer here at night or whatever.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're here in the daytime. Too much activity.
You know, I was telling a friend a while, like last year, that when I was in middle school, there was a girl I used to hang out with one summer, and she was obsessed with like death and Ouija boards and stuff. And guess what she does for a living?
Tarot card reader?
No, she has a license to run a crematorium operator, and she just moved to Loveland to be the crematorium operator in Loveland. And then I go to cemeteries and do cemetery videos. Look at that one, looks like a tree on the side of it. Linfield, is that what it says? See what I'm talking about? It looks like a tree.
That's one of my favorite headstones that I've seen. It's a neat carving.
And see, all the blacknesses happen to be right under this tree.
The what?
All the headstones have the black discoloration on them.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's because the elm trees need sap. Exactly what it is. You can feel it. Feel the grittiness of the sap.
I think that's why it makes this area looks kind of eerie and like old.
This tree was probably planted after all these were dug and buried.
Yeah, it's now that it really is in the woods.
Yeah.
See this headstone woods?
Yeah, these are all woods too.
So-
Woods, CT wood. 1938. That one's 1920. I'd guess that tree to be probably about 60 years old. 60 to 70, 80 maybe. That's why you don't have to plant trees in cemeteries randomly.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny. There's a bunch of chestnuts over there. Yeah. Or here, I see. Yeah. I wonder if this guy's German or something. And that tower that we were seeing had something to do with like the maintenance.
I'm guessing it has something to do with the ditch. It probably is some kind of a flow device that measures and sends a signal if the water gets too deep in that ditch. Would be my guess.
Look at John Williams III. There's a classical music composer that's named John Williams, and he's done a lot of famous songs and famous music from movies. Like he did Star Wars. I think he worked on Jurassic Park, Home Alone.
Like a composer or
Yeah.
something?
Like all the music for like Home Alone, that main theme and everything. He wrote that, and then the same with the classical music for Star Wars. And he worked with George Lucas a lot, Steven Spielberg, and Christopher Columbus.
Sounds like there's a lot of new area in here.
It looks like it's kind of filled up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why the city took over. That's how the one in Boulder was, where the city took over when it was full, like when all the plots were sold.
I wonder where the newer cemetery is. There must be another one here in Fort Collins somewhere.
There has to be somewhere. This is the only one I know of. I've noticed that there are, look at this.
What?
There's a coin right here. Looks like a dime. What is it?
Old dime.
Can you tell the date, or is it too dirty?
$1973. 78.
I notice a lot of the old cemeteries like this one have a stream that goes through them, like this one. Do you think that might have been for irrigation to water the grass?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
I just noticed that a lot.
That's probably the original design way back when.